Welcome to Walker of Worlds podcast. My name's Rachel, and this is a podcast where we step behind the veil to take a look at some long lost and little known spooky stories and urban legends. Pretty much everyone knows of Route 66. Established in 1926, Route 66 runs from Chicago to Los Angeles, covering a distance of 2,448 miles. Along the way, it passes through Missouri, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona, as well as another number of other states. The famous road has been immortalised in films, books and songs and continues to be on the bucket list of many an intrepid traveller. But what if I told you that the original Route 66 overlaps one with a far more ominous name? New Mexico's portion of Route 66 now goes by a variety of different names, with many of the names including the famous 66 portion. One of the routes that this well-travelled road intersects with is now known as US 491. But up until just 2 decades ago, this road was known as Route 666. Welcome to the tale of the Devil's Highway. Prior to 1926, Route 666 existed as a state road. It earned its infamous name in 1926 when it was upgraded to a US highway. The number was considered appropriate and in accordance with the numbering guidelines, what with it being the 6th spur along the country's famous cross-country Route 66. Route 666 is 190 miles long and runs through all of the Four Corners states, although it doesn't come close to the Four Corners Monument. Over time, the route became known as the Devil's Highway, and its road signs were obviously a target for theft. The satanic connotation combined with a high rate of fatalities along the New Mexico stretch led many to believe that the route was cursed. The route began to transition to its new name in 2003, and with it many of the original 666 signs were being replaced with the new 491/old 666 signs to assist those who were using older maps. Although sign theft had always been a problem along this highway, thefts reached epidemic proportions when the pending number change was announced. Within days of the announcement, virtually every US 666 sign had been stolen, some for sale on eBay. Officials in Utah reported that 5 entire sign assemblies had been cut down with a chainsaw and stolen, while New Mexico officials reported that even signs welded to metal posts as a theft deterrent had been stolen. Officials speculated from one scene that someone had intentionally crashed a car into the signpost in order to break the welds. Newspaper and television stations interviewed people along the route about their opinions on the changing of the highway's number. Even people who believed in the original 666 curse disagreed with the change. One went on record as stating highway officials are messing with the wrong guy. They're making the devil mad. They should have left the 666 alone. Others were more sarcastic. One Montchelio resident stated, "We'll really miss all the potheads stopping and taking pictures of the Route 666 sign." Most residents took pride in living along the Devil's Highway and opposed the change. Some commented that no matter the number, they would still call the road the Devil's Highway. And thanks to its name, Route 666 has collected many strange and spooky stories. Linda Dunning, author of Spectres in Doorways, The History and Hauntings of Utah, tells of an experience her husband had on this treacherous road. He was driving alone on Route 666 one night when suddenly he saw a truck that looked like it was on fire heading straight for him, right down the middle of the highway. The truck was going so fast that sparks were flying up off the wheels and flames were coming from the smokestack. He estimated that the truck was travelling 130 miles an hour. He pulled off the road and fled into the desert until the imposing flaming vehicle passed him by. According to Linda, the mad trucker is not the only apparition one should be wary of while traversing this cursed ribbon of asphalt. She says packs of demon dogs have been seen on the highway as well. They attack at night with yellow eyes and sharp teeth, shredding the tyres of those silly enough to stop along the highway at night. Then there is a beautiful young and frail girl in a long nightgown that roams the road. People see her walking along the side of the road all alone in the dark and out in the middle of nowhere. They stop to help her, and as they approach, she instantly vanishes. There are many other tales of people who either disappear along this route or suddenly appear out of nowhere. There are even tales of the same person disappearing at one point along the highway and then reappearing at another location miles away without having any recollection of where they have been or what they have been doing. Along with the mad trucker, There's also Satan's sedan, a black 1930s sedan which is said to charge into oncoming traffic, causing drivers to swerve and in some cases collide with roadside objects. Other drivers have said that the sedan appears behind them in the middle of the night, its headlights blinding them via the rearview mirrors. The car speeds at them, coming treacherously close to their bumper and, in some cases, swiping cars. Drivers have pulled over to watch the car go speeding by. On the other hand, some drivers have pulled over to let the car go by, only to find that there is nothing behind them. But it's not just murderous vehicles which stalk this often isolated stretch of road. As Linda Dunning said, there are reports of a pack of hellhounds. Large black dogs with glowing eyes have been reported over the years. These dogs are said to be able to keep pace with even the fastest vehicle and are able to puncture tyres with their teeth and claws. One report from a group of bikers who are said to have encountered this pack and chased the dogs off. When confronted by the hellhounds, the bikers pulled over in an attempt to quell the attack. In the midst of the fight, 2 bikers were reported to have lost arms and another injured with bites to the face. Other reports say that the hellhounds have even smashed car windows. Maybe it's not hellhounds that you should worry about if you're travelling the lonely road. Skinwalkers have also been reported to haunt the former Route 666. Skinwalkers are able to change their shape, with some reporting that they become animals, while others say that they can mimic the voice of any human being. So if you hear someone familiar calling your name and you know that you're not nearby, beware. Some believe that the skinwalkers warn travellers not to continue down a road that they believe to be theirs. If drivers fail to heed the sightings after multiple warnings, the evil spirit shaman will appear in the vehicle, usually in the back seat, and will cause an accident or otherwise take the life of the driver, so that the skinwalker can claim the soul and return to the spiritual world. Or so the legend goes. We've talked about supernatural occurrences and unexplained phenomena, but the most terrifying events are the ones that you have no idea about. Abandoned cars are a frequent discovery along Route 666. These cars, usually in great condition, have been found abandoned with no sign of the original owners and no sign of what happened. And what's worse is that in some cases no car has even been found at all, the only evidence of the disappearance being the concern of friends, family and loved ones when the victims failed to come home. Any victims that did return did so days or weeks later with no memory of what happened to them. UFOs and strange lights have also been spotted along the twisting road. Orbs have appeared and then kept up with speeding drivers. In other reports, storms with green lightning have formed in the vicinity of vehicles, raising the question that anyone who does disappear along the route, is this how they're disappearing and then reappearing with no memory? America is a country of densely populated areas interspersed with a lot of nothing. Deserts, mountains and forests fill these gaps, leaving plenty of time to think as people drive along roads that offer little entertainment other than what's in the driver's mind. So where do these stories come from? One theory is that Route 666, now US 491, passes through a lot of native people's territories. With the creation of the road, spirits have been disturbed, which led to a rise in strange activity along the route. There are also beliefs, as with Skinwalker Ranch in Utah, that some of the Four Corners area have portals to other worlds along with vortexes of energy. These vortexes are believed to be most prominent in Stoner, Arizona, a place which interestingly is just off of the original Route 66. Another theory is that, thanks to the original name of the road, Route 666, actual practitioners visited the area and performed rituals. Whether they conjured up anything, be that entities, demons or other kinds of spirits, and may have imprinted themselves into the road and become the source of all of the strange happenings. Needless to say, Route 666 was renamed. The stories and legends appear to have abated. There's the occasional report that comes through, but other than that, US 491 seems to be mostly calm and peaceful drive. However, if you do decide to ever drive along the old Route 666, just be aware of what could be waiting for you on the roadside. On the flip side, if you have driven Route 666 and have any interesting stories from it, please do get in touch because we'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for listening. If you like your books a little on the strange side, please feel free to check out our website at www.roswellpublishing.co.uk. And until next time, drive safely.